Right, moving back to the transmitter section of the realistic TRC1004 emergency kit. The first port of call is to adjust transformer 8, 9 and 10, and the procedure is to connect your RF voltmeter to the, just read this, and I've got a memory like a sieve, to the base of transistor 11. Now, transistor 11 is the transistor just there, and it's clearly marked on the board. That coil is 10, that coil is 11, and it's transistor in between is transistor 11, Q11 it's marked, and we go on to the base. Now what I'm going to do on this, because I've got a test set in front of me, and because this set is actually transmitting, I don't need to quite do that. I'm just going to set it here for maximum power on the T8, and T8 we're going to transmit. This is I need a long reach tool to get into that one, and that's peak that, and then we'll go back to my favourite metal one, T9, which is the far side there. That's gained a little bit out of it. And T10, that was alright. Then the next procedure, you're properly onto the antenna socket now, and I'll stay with that. So you remove your probe from transistor 11 base, and then we move on to the antenna socket, and it's transformer 11, which is that one, and then it's coil 4, L4, which is that one, and then it's coil 7, L7, which is that one. So I will do those, going back into transmit. Now we're over the top on the power here, so I'll just see what the procedure is. It's actually doing, it's doing a good 6 watts there. So I'll just pause the video to see what the tune down procedure is. What we'll actually do is to just detune very slightly coil L7 to bring us the required 4 watts, and there we have it, exactly 4 watts. Now next thing to do will be to check the low power setting, which should be 0.4 of a watt, which I'll now do. And that is 0.9 of a watt, so we'll go for that adjustment next. Okay, resuming with the low power adjustment on this. There isn't a low power adjustment. What I've done is to meticulously go through the transmitter on full power and carefully balance that to exactly the 4 watts. And now, when in low power, I'll press the transmit button, and what I am getting is 0.37. And the limit specification, it says 0.28 to 0.38 is acceptable. So there we go, we're now within the specification. So next thing we'll do, we'll put the radio on frequency. It's dropped, I can see it's 27.79048, it should be 79125. So that's dropped quite significantly, so we'll just pause the video and I'll just get the trimmer into the correct position. Okay, so the procedure, we're setting the frequency, the trimmer capacitor, which is directly, as I say, under that display. It's actually done from the back. There's a tin plate screen, and getting the trimming tool into that whilst pressing the transmit button, there's a little hole through the tin plate screen there. I'll just go into transmit. We'll just trim that for the correct frequency. Hopefully it will go. It's going, it's going. Right, I've got it to 27.79119. It should be 125. Now, that's within specification, but next time this comes in for service, the master oscillator crystal is going to have to be changed on that. But having said that, it's 30 years old, so it's not far out. It's within the specification. So there we go. Now we'll go for the deviation, which on these radios is VR4, and we'll get the little oscillator out, and I'll just go through that with you. Right, we've set the little oscillator just where the condenser mic is. I've got the oscillator the other side of the case there. VR4 is where the control panels. You've got the on-off volume and the squelch control. The transmit switch is there, and it's just under there. It's quite visible, and you can get to it reasonably. It's a bit low on this, so we'll just pull that up. Ah, there we go. That's 2.5. Okay, and then we'll just go for the whistle test. So now just pick that up and give it the quick whistle. That's spot on, that's fantastic. Right, so that sets up the transmitter on the realistic TRC1004 emergency handheld. The next video we'll go on to the receiver.